What's one dish that takes you back to your childhood?
Oh, one dish that takes me back to my childhood is Akara.
What is that?
Because Akara is what we've called the named Akara as.
Yeah.
It's just that dish that is so original. It's so deep in Yoruba culture.
Yeah.
And West African culture.
Chef, we're here at Akara. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode for New Server Campus. I'm not even going to play it cool, I'm so excited about it. I have wanted to come here and see you for such a long time, and it is a joy for us to be here. So thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, it's following your journey.
Yes.
And it's such an incredible journey that you've had. We'd love to maybe start like way back when.
Yeah.
How did your journey start? Were you influenced at a very young age from your childhood, going from there and to where you are now? What was the journey and the story?
Growing up in Nigeria, pretty much in a big family, we used to do a lot of entertainment. So I'm pretty much used to, being in a family whereby there's always a party.
Yeah.
And not only that, my mom had a bakery and then a little bit of a restaurant. Okay. And so always going to the restaurant, seeing cooking happening, that kind of like food business. And, me myself, I really love eating. So that's how it started. So I knew that when I came to the UK to do my masters, I knew that I would go back home. I thought that I would go back home and then, pretty much turn my mom's, bakery into something a lot bigger.
Okay.
So I thought, why not do it here? Going into beautiful restaurants, having a good understanding of our cuisines, of our cultures, and what makes them unique, and just the joy of not learning about the food, not only learning about enjoying the cuisine, but also learning about the people, the food, the cultures, the story. Chinese restaurants, Japanese restaurant, French, and all of that. And I thought there has to be something about African food, given the beautiful cuisine that we have back in Africa.
Yeah.
And that's when it really kicked in that you could actually do it here and somewhere beautiful.
And did you always have in mind, Chef, obviously, you could just quietly but very proudly and loudly mention your one-star Michelin for Akoko as well?
Yes.
And was it always in your mind's eye that you would take all of that classic culture and heritage and deliver it to an audience in a kind of refined, reimagined way? So it was what they were perhaps not expecting. Was that always your kind of intention?
It had always been my intention, so funny that I didn't quite understand Michelin or didn't know about Michelin when I started to think about having a restaurant in London.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that I wanted it to be fine dining.
Yes.
And I knew that I wanted it to be in central London.
Yes.
And I wanted to show excellence. That was really, really important to me. And to do that, I started to visit all of the restaurants. And restaurants that people talked about that was exceptional. And that's how I learned about Michelin. What does Michelin restaurant look like? How do you get one? What do you need to do?
Yeah.
And since I was bent on excellence, whatever way we can make that guest experience be special, and that's what I was bent on. I kept on doing it, trying to find the location that was right, trying to find the team that was spectacular, the stories to tell, what the place would look like, most importantly, the food, and to showcase that in a beautiful way, and then I wanted it to be delicious as well. And thankfully, Michelin just was something that we talked about with the chefs, the caliber of chef that I had, and it's something we worked sort of towards, and really worked towards it, and hope we'll get it. And with great reviews, the people that come to dine and getting some sort of the first thing we noticed was Michelin, posted on Twitter about us, and that was amazing in itself. and then ultimately getting that Michelin, it's something so special.
Yeah.
It's something super special, so we're very excited.
Do you think London, or the UK, do you think London was ready for this type of cuisine? Because it's only really been, if you go back like 10 years, so
Yeah,
it didn't maybe exist in that fine dining
that's right.
space.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you started redefining and changing the conversation. Do you think London was ready for that, or do you think they were still adapting? And have you seen it change a lot over the last couple of years?
I don't think London had been ready about 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
London was ready, and I think what I believed then when I said to think about it, that was African food scene happening, but with amongst Africans themselves, West African themselves, not quite for everybody. And I want it to be African restaurant for everyone.
Yeah.
For Londoners themselves, Londoners, people that just love food, that are going to any type of restaurant, provided it's exceptional, provided it's good. So I was ready for London, and how can you then get it out of just the back end of town to main town? And so that was what I started to really focus. And London was ready. You'd find Londoners, London is so, and what we learned about it, that how would London embrace this?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to leave any stone unturned. So we did a feasibility study, and it was so positive that restaurants, different types of Londoners embrace cultures from everywhere. Londoners love to learn.
Yeah.
They love to try new things. So building on that, and because London is very cosmopolitan. And so we learned that from our research that anything West African, and was telling the story, cooking exceptional food in a great place, and that they would embrace it.
Yeah.
And we found it when we launched. It was exactly so.
Yeah. I mean, we want the start.
Yeah.
What's next?
Not the start.
Apart from maintaining it, but what is the vision? What is the purpose now?
And that's a great question. And I think what we've been working on now continues to, the same excitement, joy, and passion and determination that got us to open. We will need that to ensure that, what I say, the vision for Akoko is that it continues to grow high, and better service, a lot more improvement, more stars possible. A little bit of innovation to then take we're here. We've gained the star. Now we're very ready and very worthy of that star. That is just incredible.
Yeah.
That consistent improvement when it comes to further development in food and service. Whereas Akara, so whilst Akoko grows high, Akara then grows wide. The intention for Akara is to then have Akara, say, in Dubai, places, and that's the idea.
It is. It's really wonderful, and having just had what I would call an emotional lunch. Because I honestly,
I love that.
no, but genuinely, it was unreal, and it is a privilege to be welcomed into a restaurant, and then to when you talk about accessibility and inclusivity, you want it to be a restaurant for everybody, not just those who can identify culturally. And in here, I kept copies of the menu because you have this beautiful glossary that helps explain ingredients and provenance and all these sorts of things. And I did notice on your wine list as well.
Oh, right.
Which I will be revisiting to explore again. It's how many wines by the glass you have, and just from how many different regions they're from.
Yes.
And I think this is a real case in point of you absolutely practicing what you preach, is that anyone from anywhere can come and identify. I think we even have a Japanese, wine on here as well. So it is this real open arm welcome for people to come and experience the culture, the story, and it's just a really very special place, and it feels very intentional. And I did just want to ask on this, often we talk about food and drink in restaurant spaces, which is obviously critically important, but actually, as we know, the vibe that you have here is really incredible. So how did you piece together what you wanted to achieve with this restaurant in the look, the feel, the energy, the way you nurture your team? How do you make that work?
Yeah, that's an incredible question. I'm happy that it's really shown. And when we opened it at Akoko, it was, high end, aiming for Michelin, and rather expensive. And what we wanted to do was just to make sure that the West African food vision is so welcoming and affordable to everyone, and also inclusive as well. And it was important really also that it would be in somewhere like Borough Market.
Okay.
So Borough Market is so incredible for the brand Akara.
Yeah.
Where we feel that it was do well, do the best really. And so we in doing the branding and the work, the brand work together, we understood, we studied Borough Market in itself, the restaurants there, the market, and how then could we have the restaurant element to pretty much match that energy, that accessibility, and where everyone can just come and enjoy themselves, but also learn about West African food, the pretty much the key staples, and enjoy and learn something and experience West Africa as well. So it's quite important that it would then be a place that matches the space. It's not just going to be somewhere that looks out of place.
Sure.
It matches, but yet it's telling a story.
Yeah.
And yes, you're enjoying the food, and it's telling the story of the joy, the beauty, and the deliciousness of Africa, whilst it matches the scene, inviting everyone.
And you've gone on an incredible journey. Your energy is just, I wish people like at home could kind of pick up on this, because you are naturally that vibrant, that energy, which is so cool. But I can imagine it hasn't always been an easy journey.
That's right. Yeah.
What have been maybe some of the biggest challenges, and how have you overcome them?
I think that the biggest challenges have been pretty much the lack of sort of sponsor, the lack of funding for what we had. So pretty much investors would pretty much see an idea and think we'll even make money, we'll be successful, we'll even have longevity. We had that passion, we showcased that passion, but they have to really, most people take risks, but when it comes to investing, like, maybe I won't, but we had to take that risk ourselves, so we believe so much in it. And so that's the hard part of it. We believe in it so much that we went to use our own, we financed ourselves pretty much to make it happen.
Wow.
And now the world just feels, yes, that we're doing so well. And I think that's been incredible. And the second challenge is actually with every Western drink. It's now the staffing, ensuring that you get, so a lot of people say, restaurant business doesn't make money, it's so much problems, people quit all the time. But so we have to do a lot of work in hiring the right people that are trainable, people that are teachable, people that are good, that will buy into the spirit and the joy of what we do. So that is a lot of work to get, the people.
The ultimate investment.
It's the ultimate investment in team.
And what I hear is that many of your opening team are still in your team.
Still in here, yes.
Yeah.
So we work as a team to deliver them what we want. So it's not all about me, it's about them, it's about, I want people that will enjoy our growth. It's our, not mine, not just, what we want to achieve, the dream to showcase West African food, West African cuisine, and the brand itself, really. And so that means in how we run our business. So when we do well, we share the bonuses, the best tips. So we look for ways to motivate, the team. Pretty much as well, financially. We'll make sure we pay well. That's the only way. That's one of the key motivating powers as well. And then show honesty, the kind of inclusive leadership, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find ever, you're coming up with the ideas for the dishes, and obviously you get stuck in the kitchen yourself.
Yes.
But do you find it difficult to then delegate that further the idea to somebody else, or once you've trained someone, then you're happy to step away?
It is.
Got you.
Yes, that's incredible because how I really like to do all of this thing is pretty much coming up with a recipe, how it's going to be served, and then the training manual. It's just something I find quite moment to read, research, write the recipe, find a quiet time on Sundays pretty much to create it. And then how am I going to teach the people, the team, so meaning the back of house, the chefs, and also the front of house, what they're going to tell the customers, and then we'll work together.
Yeah.
Whilst I come up with the bulk of the recipes, the dishes based on stories from aunties, based on stories and recipes passed down from our relatives. We've created that base really. But I also encourage the team to co-create with me. Come up, what have you learned about Africa? What do you know? What can we? How can we improve this?
Yeah.
How can we develop it so that I can work with it?
Yeah.
That we have a way where we work that we can let everybody else, not only me, come up with dishes.
Yeah.
That what's the story? Is it delicious? Is it West African?
Yeah.
Do we have the Akara look for it?
Yeah.
And then we then have the Akoko look.
Yeah.
We have our structure for it.
Okay.
Pretty much. Once they understand that, come up with something. We'll work on it together and then develop it.
Okay. So there is an element of cross-pollination between brands as well, isn't there?
That's
Because
right,
there are
yes.
still similar stories to be told, but
That's
just in
right.
different ways.
That's right. Yes.
That's so cool. And I love this because in the drinks industry,
Yeah.
well, that's what we said earlier, there's so much focus now, the expression Africa Rising. So I keep seeing it every bar show. 10 years ago it wasn't happening. But now, so many cool bar shows, collaborations, takeovers, the equivalent, I guess, of a four-hand dinner are happening. And it's so exciting to see this from a drinks perspective, and now talking to you about the food element.
That's right.
I just see this so much. I think when people experience it, it's a new world, and it's something different and something exciting, which I think is really great. And I'd love to hear from you, looking at Africa overall. Where else, apart from West Africa, where else is doing brilliant things across the country?
Where else is doing?
Yeah, have you seen anything across Africa? Any great dishes? Any great people doing great things? Flavors? Anything coming out of that?
Pretty much from the whole of Africa.
Yeah.
There's not been a huge interest. Where normally it's not what we'll pay so much attention on.
Yeah.
There's so much interest in food.
Yeah.
And showcasing that to the entire world, not just us, pretty much various other brands in the UK and even in Africa themselves, food, and like you mentioned, drinks as well.
Yeah.
So much creativity, so I like to support, all other African entrepreneurs in the food industry, and I get inspired by, all the beautiful things they create, all the beautiful stories, really, the genuine short with the leading and all of that.
Yeah.
It's a drink, but just showcasing that part of Africa, and also the music has really helped. Showcasing the music industry, that we become sort of the first to reckon with. Well, so they're incredible.
It's a kind of building cultural momentum.
Absolutely,
isn't it?
yes.
It's food, it's drink, it's cultural
music
stories.
and fashion. Part of fashion.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's certainly a really exciting time, and I think I'd love to know how much. Do you feel a sense of responsibility to the storytelling? Because obviously I'm Punjabi by heritage. I was born here to Punjabi parents, and you want to do your cultural heritage justice when you cook and you tell the story. But you also want to make it as accessible for everybody to understand. So I just want to chat with you about, that are you sometimes conflicted about the weight of the storytelling and how important it is to get that right versus you building this beautiful restaurant?
So I think you can have sort of both, telling the story, and also when we say that we are a West African restaurant in London, so it is important that the restaurant, our team reflects London. We're very, very inclusive, and then people that are passionate about the stories, the joys, of African culture, African food, whatnot, and then learning the stories and contributing to that story pretty much, and helping to showcase the food, the dishes, to learn out really. So I think that's really important. So what I do is to find authenticity and get a lot of people to help make it happen. The team, pretty much. So it doesn't necessarily remove from it. So I think it just helps to show, to pretty much pass my love, joy of everything African to all my, the peers in the restaurant as well, and then help sell it, if that makes sense.
So special.
Yeah.
Honest question. So if we think SA has wine,
Yes.
in West London, lots of Ethiopian, Eritrean restaurants.
That's right.
If you say we've got music coming from Nigeria and Ghana and food, where's next? If I was investing my money,
yes.
where am I going next for the next big thing? So I know there's rum coming out of Ghana.
Yes.
So
Like rum is
where's not on the map yet that you're like, this is where we need to be?
Good question. I'll say coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the beautiful story of coffee discovered origin with African origin, and I feel that story needs to be told.
Is that something you're going to do?
And now again, we're actually working on something with being inclusive as well, and who's so much passionate about coffee, and then showcase. So lots of African farmers now showcasing the coffees and all of that. And I think that is going to be the next big thing, really.
That's so cool.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. That allowed me. Yes.
And in terms of the food,
Yes.
I mean, I tried some of it. I mean, you said you were like, it's mild, and I know it's so hot. But I kept going back for it, so I was like, right, I'm going to power through the heat.
Yeah.
But two questions. Okay, what's your favourite dish on the menu? And then going back to the spices.
Yes.
What 2 or 3 spices that your restaurant couldn't live without?
So my favorite.
I know it's hard.
It's really, really hard. But I think my favorite dish on the menu is the epic rice. Pretty much.
So good. Oh my god.
I enjoyed developing that dish.
Yeah.
Pretty much we were known for and everybody knows what's up there, jollof rice in Akoko, the first restaurant. I just wanted to showcase that depth of rice culture in Africa. We have different types that people would know is the Efik rice, and I think what I like about the Efik region is the technique and how they cook. The layering of flavors, they pretty much they start with meat, prawns, the shells, and all of these flavors and whatnot to build that broth. So it won't just be a chicken broth or a beef broth. It's everything that brings that solid umami. Before they then cook that rice in it.
I mean, it's.
And so I enjoy.
It's making me.
We should have just put some up here as well.
But it's this that is so fascinating.
Yes.
This is why when I eat the food in a restaurant, I just feel like I'm being taken on this exquisite journey of learning, because mostly you would either make a fish stock or a meat stock, and then it would be dark or a light stock or a broth. And then here we have this kind of land meets sea meets fish.
And the herbs, so it's fascinating, and spices.
And I love this, and I like the spices really a bit of me, so I just but it's such a such a powerful,
Yes.
like incredible. I mean, it's it's really
Journey of
addictive.
flavors.
Yes.
The evolution of
My
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
This rice needs its own
Oh.
campaign.
We need to be able to just buy it, take it
I
home.
think. Well,
That's great.
It's the sort of thing you just want to eat on like a winter Sunday
Yeah.
when you maybe a little bit
Yeah.
over. Just like have this.
Yes.
I just think none of that, I guess, would be possible without
Yeah.
the herbs and spices that you use.
Yeah, it's been used, yes.
It's the top three
Yeah.
that you couldn't live without.
So the top three that can live without would be Eburu,
Yeah.
which is also known as the African nutmeg, Uda,
Yeah.
long smoky, with some bright flavors, and also the grains of paradise, which is like black pepper. So we blend that together,
So good.
added with chili, dried Scotch bonnets, and with dried crayfish and whatnot. It becomes magic.
Yeah, it is. It is magic. It's like a little cauldron pot,
Yeah.
just like
Just the right spice that gets you ordering another drink as well. So
I love that. Yeah, completely. You mentioned your family and your
Yes.
family sort of linked to always big party, which is probably
Yes.
where you get your like vibe and energy from. But would you say that your mum was a big inspiration for you? Who have been your big inspirations over the course of the journey?
But I would say my mom and
Yeah.
all the aunties, saying for instance, all the aunties are where you get all the stories, the recipes,
Yeah.
moms, and they come together cooking, talking about life, talking about everything, and from there you get a lot of stories and inspiration, and recipes have been passed down. So always speaking to my mom, and also always speaking to a plethora of aunties.
Yeah.
I just look at find all the aunties and friends of aunties that know how to cook. Pretty much you'd find in Africa, they go, oh, that auntie knows how to cook that very, very well. Speak to her.
So good.
That auntie knows that she cooks the best jollof rice.
Yeah.
That one cooks the best, a coconut rice. That one cooks the best Akara things. And then you
Yeah.
keep finding them and then collecting all of that
Yeah.
information, recipes, and stories and building it into
I love that.
something.
The little book of
Yes.
aunties there.
Look at exactly.
Calling.
Oh, that's what a great book.
I think so. It is. There's a real generosity in cooking, from flavour to ingredients to the team as well. And I know Anna touched on it before, but how important is it to you to not just tell the story but develop the story? Because the world changes. doesn't
That's
it?
right, yes.
So the stories that we're telling are historical and tremendously meaningful to us, but it's a time also to inspire the next generation
That's right,
to
yeah.
follow suit,
Yeah.
to have that pride and to really want to follow perhaps in our industry also. So would you give any advice to them?
I think it's really important because we find lots of people come and enjoy and love it and all of that. We go, it's not traditional, it's modern.
Yeah.
It's we should not be shy to be innovative and creative.
Yeah.
I think what I say is have a really good understanding of the traditional recipes, how to cook it, but also that should be adjustment. Now everyone is allergic to something.
Yeah.
Everyone's, so we should appeal to everyone. It's really important.
Yeah.
And and I think it then shows depth and that we're hardworking. So such that we have vegans now. So pretty much, African food can be so heavy on, fish broth, beef, and the crayfish and whatnot. And so what we've done is that we then created a vegan broth as well with all the African vegetables, and then cook it the way I would then cook the medley of the fish, meat, crabs, whatnot. What about a medley of vegetables
Yeah.
with the same umami quality? And then, so, pretty much I'm learning from still African cultures to then be creative
Yeah.
from it. So I think there's there should be a beautiful coming together, of history and also development from that.
Yeah.
So because the world changes as well,
Yeah.
but not letting go of what we've learned,
Sure.
and then show growth as well. Because you find the aunties also get to be creative.
Yeah.
Whereby they're used to cooking with some type of vegetables, herbs. When they go to Canada, they can't find a tete and all of those things.
Yeah.
And then they make do with
what they-
spinach, with what they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
What's one dish that takes you back to your childhood?
Oh, one dish that takes me back to my childhood is Akara.
What is that?
Because Akara is what we've called the named Akara as.
Yeah.
It's just that dish that is so original. It's so deep in Yoruba culture.
Yeah.
And West African culture. It's black eyed beans. It's so quintessential, very African, and also the technique. And so
Yeah.
everywhere you go in back home in Nigeria, breakfast will be Akara. Akara, everything is what
Really?
moms just pretty much make. So you see that, and it's not something that you find necessarily in parties everywhere. So seeing that dish, so that's why it's so popular with Nigerians in Nigeria. And when they say that, wow, somebody will think of this dish
Yeah.
and then make it into something a little bit extra.
Love that. I love that so much. And chef, what if we were at your house at home and you had a rummage around in the cupboard, which I do tend to do when I visit people's houses, but what would I find? What are the store cupboard essentials for you?
You know what you find? Certainly you'll find Scotch bonnets,
Yeah.
dried version of Scotch bonnets.
Okay.
You'll find curry,
Yeah.
you'll find thyme, and then you'll find the African nutmeg. Those are the kind of things that you find in our
Non-negotiables.
nutmeg chicken, yes.
Wonderful.
Very different from mine.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Incredible.
Oh, and what about, I would say, okay, your favourite 3 meals
Yes.
or moments that inspire you? So have there been particular dishes or particular people, particular moments, defining moments that really inspire what you do?
So I'll start with particularly people.
Yeah.
So I talk, really going to talk more about ethic. It's how they cook. I'm Yoruba.
Okay.
Where we start our base with, like we mentioned in the kitchen, peppers, onions, Scotch bonnets, cooked down to start a base. But ethnic people of Nigeria, they pretty much start with the broth, the medley,
Okay.
and then they pretty much cook, fish, meat, all of that together,
Yeah.
and they cook in its own juice. Produce a lot of juice, and then a bit of whatever so slightly, and add on top more. And then put the onions, the spices, to create that broth, and then the herbs towards the last. So it's just so depth of umami flavor,
Yeah.
and then the herbs and the spices is so quick. So that's the base of pretty much of the food when it comes to the leafy vegetables, and a lot of vegetables as well. And then meat, you find it so green and thick, and so just one bite got everything.
Wow.
So I just like how the ethnic people actually cook their food.
Yeah.
And then imagine in that kind of broth as well, you have the version for the rice,
Yeah.
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
fufu, and the various kind of things. So that I think that's something pretty special. People say in Nigeria, you cannot be poor because you need everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ingredients.
You need octopus, you need snails,
Yeah.
you need prawn, you need lobster, the lobster shells and all of that, and then the lobster and everything. So it's just a lot of things going on in
Yeah.
that, in their dishes really.
Yeah.
So that, has inspired, the cooking at Akoko and also the cooking at Akara. And one dish that I find, so that's people and then food now, I would say it's jollof rice.
Yeah.
Jollof rice being, that's what we call it, party jollof rice. So pretty much growing up, you didn't really cook jollof rice at home. Jollof rice was what you experienced when you went to parties.
I see.
Party, like, so something happens, you give birth to a new baby, or you get it like, we're going to eat jollof rice.
Oh, I
And
love
like, it calls for jollof rice, it calls for celebration. It's just, so that is then as the jollof rice is associated to
celebration.
a celebration. We're gonna have a party. Families coming
So
together.
beautiful, isn't it? My
Yes.
goodness. Also, I would just be finding reasons to celebrate everything. Like, right, let's go. We've got to have
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Incredible. My goodness.
That's so cool.
It has just been such a joy speaking with you, Chef. It is. I've written so many notes because there was so much to chat with you about, but it's been so inspiring, and I feel like this has been lessons in excellence across the board. So thank you.
Thank you so very much. I've really enjoyed this. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Honestly, you really enjoy such great energy. I mean, this is hospitality.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is,
when you
it
talk
is,
about
yeah.
like this is a way, I think you make people feel so welcome, so fun, and you have that energy, that inclusivity. Yeah, it's been amazing. And honestly, now we're going to be regulars, so
Oh, wow.
At the bar downstairs.
yeah, I'm going to have to get used to like the spice of it. But we do have a final question for you.
Oh, that's great.
One final question to round it off. What does served with purpose mean to you?
What else?
Served with purpose.
Serve with purpose. I think it means a lot. You know, I think it means being intentional with everything that we do. You know, that it's the way always asking, why am I doing this? So it needs to serve with a particular kind of purpose. And so whatever everything that I do, I like to be quite intentional. Even for instance with the brand, with how we teach and all of that. So it means being intentional.
Thank you so much for having us in your beautiful restaurant. It's been honestly so inspiring to hear your story.
Thank you very much. I've really enjoyed this. Honest, I have.
And now, if you don't mind, Chef, can we head off to the kitchen? Because
Let's do it. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, let's
Thank
do
you
it.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Chef, it was so good talking to you. And now we're in the fun part, which is in the kitchen.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what we're going to be cooking together?
So what we're going to be cooking is Akara, which is a black-eyed bean fritter from West Africa, from the Yoruba people, basically. And then we're going to be cooking that. And also we're going to be barbecuing prawns, large prawns, with, amazing marinade made with peppers and prawn heads. And then served with Toscani, a Senegalese hot sauce.
Delicious. Little bit of that fire and spice. Can't wait.
Absolutely. What Akara is black-eyed beans. It's been peeled, washed thoroughly, and soaked pretty much overnight.
Okay.
And we then take that, we then blitz it very well. And also we whisk it. So when we're whisking it, we make sure it turns very creamy and fluffy. And then that's what you're going to be doing now.
Okay.
You're going to whisk it to make sure that it's very creamy.
Okay.
And then we're just going to add the onion,
Okay.
peppers, and salt. And then we'll whisk again.
Amazing.
Then after the time, we then go and fry it. Pretty much you're aerating it so that then, when you're frying it, it's not going to be soaking too much oil.
Okay.
And then it's just going to fry beautiful, and then it's going to have a beautiful, fluffy texture on the inside.
Amazing.
So it's just the aeration. It's been blended. And then I just go really fast. I can see it staying.
Hey.
That's how I do it. We do this for about 3 minutes. We've
Okay.
done about 2
And you can
minutes.
see how the texture
You can see how the texture. Do it, and then I would add this to it now. So that's just a blend of onion.
Okay, so the base for your Akara is the same. And
It's the same.
notice you have 3 different variants on the menu, don't
That's
you?
right. And so it's the base is everything. Pretty much back home, I would add much peppers,
Yeah?
crayfish,
Oh, okay.
all the works.
Okay.
But we want this to be vegan as well.
I see.
So hence we've taken out the additional crayfish, fish, and whatnot, all the things that.
Understood.
And then slowly I'll mix it all into it. And that's about right.
Wow.
So you have your creamy, beautiful sort of
Amazing.
texture.
So you don't want to knock all that air out now, do you? So,
Sort of.
okay.
So the next bit,
Scooping.
we'll take a beautiful scoop.
Yep.
Then we'll take that.
Oh,
I remember developing this and trying to make sure it's a beautiful shape.
When you're planning the restaurant, chef, did you always know you wanted to
Yes.
call it Akara?
Akara, yes. So I knew. So you do that. So I've done
Really?
one.
pressure.
So you want a beautiful shape. We wanted to call it Akara.
Okay.
Because the ingredient is traditional. The process is simple and traditional. We just want it to be all round
Yeah.
traditional. And the name is Akara. Yes.
Okay.
And then just drop it.
The pressure.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh no, it's not. But I want to have a go at that. Do I get one more go?
Hey, we'll have one more go.
Mine
Have
is
one more
not
go.
perfect. That was. So what did I get wrong,
So
chef?
knock it out.
Now?
Yes. And
Okay.
then take this. And then
Okay.
smooth.
And then it
And
goes
also
to
the
top.
sides as well.
Okay, I see. So now, did you go directly face
So I
down?
went directly.
Okay,
So
amazing.
do one.
Shall I try one more?
Try one more.
I'm not
Yeah,
happy with my
knock it.
first
And then,
effort.
yeah, there
Shall
you
we
go.
scrape?
Yes.
So from here,
And the side as well.
and,
And
then
drop it quickly.
quickly and face
Quick
down.
drop. Yeah.
Right.
Face down.
This is the. This is.
And
where
you
we-
get this one, I can tell. Perfect. Almost there. Yeah, it's yeah.
So kind. Chef says almost there.
Almost there. Do one more and that's it.
Okay.
You know, pretty much back home, they don't care about how pretty it looks, you know, the shape, you know, just fry.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
still.
then for restaurant, we want it to look a little bit.
Of
yeah.
course. But
Yeah,
I'm
you're
still
gonna get this one. Oh,
pretend.
good.
Is that one better?
Perfect. That's good.
Okay, fine.
I think we can just wait for it to fry. So we fry here 150 degrees, and then we start turning.
Okay.
And you can see it's sort of pretty much bouncing.
Okay.
You can
So
tell
it's
it's not
quite a
soaking
gentle
up. It's
cook.
quite a gentle cook. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's because we want the inside to stay nice and moist and
That's
fluffy and, you know, okay, gorgeous.
I'll check my. That's the first one we cooked. See the bottom, yeah. So it still has a long way to go.
Yeah.
A little bit more. So whilst that is cooking,
We're going to make the prawn one, are we,
we're
chef?
going to make the prawn. So the prawn, we'll take one prawn, we'll do two.
Mm-hmm.
Take one prawn. So this is the marinade. So it's peppers,
Yeah.
onions, more peppers, more onions, and also fish broth that we've taken, you know, pretty much the prawn shells, and we've made a broth out of it. And then we've
Okay.
added all the peppers.
So it's got
And
quite
also,
an
yeah.
intense flavour,
Yeah,
hasn't
very
it?
intense flavor on the. Then I'm quite generous with it. It's a lot more generous.
I mean, this is just incredible.
Yeah.
Just flavour on
And
flavour,
yeah,
isn't
flavor
it?
on flavor, and you know it's already edible, so it doesn't really catch too much. I'll
Okay.
start cooking it gently, and I'll start moving it. And so towards during the cook, I apply some more, and at the end I apply some more.
Understood.
Yeah. So do you want to do this one as
Yeah,
well?
chef, I can do that.
Yeah. So pretty much the only thing we've done to this Akara is frying it with an ice cream scoop,
Okay,
just because we want it to look very, very presentable.
understood.
That's all. That's all we've done. And you know, I still had an interview today that African food, typically you'd serve it family style, put all the delicious food in huge plates. But small plates with African food with little or no decoration looks pretty.
It is it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
traditionally, chef, how would a Akara
Yeah.
be served?
When
you're not
traditionally,
eating
when you'd eat this, just this,
Yeah.
just whack it all in a big bowl, and then eat it with pap
Okay.
or bread
Okay.
or moi moi.
Yes. Okay.
And Akoko. But also, you find that in Brazil, it's pretty much always Akara and prawn and vatapá.
Okay. So this is a
Yeah.
flavor trinity.
So
that you
that's
have.
the big flavor treaty that we have here.
Incredible.
Yes.
My goodness. And that smells delicious.
It's sort of getting there now. So I'll start moving in that class.
It's such an elegant dish.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
goodness. Okay, so we're not rushing that. We're
We're
slowly
not rushing
cooking.
out, yeah. So
Okay. You need your tongs.
we should have some things just to check. You know, I can turn. Yes, good time to turn that.
See?
Yeah.
Such
Sun
a
is
beautiful
I like it
colour.
when they beautiful color like it's bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. This is
Okay, so you said that you made the
Yeah.
the base recipe is
Yes.
vegan.
Yes.
So it strikes me as every opportunity that you have taken to make accessible, so it's a
Yes.
vegan dish, they can
Yeah.
enjoy it, they can
That's
enjoy
right.
the heritage of the
Of it as well,
Akara
yeah.
with a vegan option.
We're giving an option, that's right, yeah. So pretty much traditionally, it's all of this. So in this case, we've taken something away, which is the crayfish and prawns and in the base.
Yeah.
Because typically you could make it a little bit more softer. I could add, more peppers, more onion, so it's delicious on its own with all of the prawns in it. But it's just better for it to be, for everyone. And then put in the prawn,
I-
or whatever filling you want.
I think so.
Yeah.
And having eaten one of these, Chef, I can vouch for
Ah,
how
cool.
delicious it is. My goodness, so good. And it sort of has this way of absorbing all of the juice and the flavour
juice,
from
yes.
the prawn and the marinade, and it just comes together in this
Yeah.
really magical mouthful.
Yeah. So kind of speed up the cooking of this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't want that part.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. I want to do this to a big one.
So we keep cooking, and then you
We
brush
keep
again
cooking,
towards
yeah, and then
the
we'll
end.
brush again towards the
Okay.
end. Because I don't want to, the fire would sort of like burn the
Yeah.
flavor.
Do you sort of have those moments where
Yeah.
the flavors come to you, the creativity comes, and then you start work on creating?
Yeah. I enjoy creating dishes, and I think I start with writing the menu, pretty much whole menus, and think about a dish or a menu, and then get the original ingredients. And I'm thinking, how will I, enhance it, and how will I plate it, and the quantities and all of that. So I write it, put the quantities, then I go to test based on what I've written.
Okay.
So 9 out of 10, it's, oh yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I love
But
that.
sometimes a bit of tweak, maybe a bit more salt, maybe
Yeah.
don't cook this long and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it starts with writing it down,
Okay. I love that.
making the mise en place and then cooking it.
I love that. So you get the feel for it.
Yeah,
don't you?
get the feel
and
for it.
also
Oh,
ingredients
that's
are different every time, aren't
Yes.
they? Time to
So,
brush
so
again.
it's time to brush again and just brush generous. Now, generously, because I'm not going to stay too long. I've pretty much cooked it.
Mhm.
So the level that I want, but I'm still looking at the Akara.
Would you like me to do anything, Boo?
Yes.
Should I turn the
And then-
Akara for you?
I think
Oh, yeah,
still,
okay.
it's still fine there. That's that. So it gives it that sort of
Okay.
like nice
And
shine.
is this like a spice oil or a shellfish oil?
Yeah, so this is a spice oil with just red bell peppers, tomatoes, onion, and a little bit of peri.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's it done now. I want to get that.
beautiful.
Yeah, so it's just got a lot more.
A
So
little
it's all
more.
good. A little bit more. It's more. You want to be generous with the flavors, with the shine.
Yeah, I think that's something that I'm certainly really learning
Yeah.
about your food, Chef.
Yeah.
Generous is the word.
Generous, yes. Flavor, 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 and
Love
flavor.
that.
Let's see. We're almost there.
Okay. Wow.
Almost there.
They're looking good.
Almost there. Looking good now. Yeah.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
can you just talk to me about
Yes.
red bell peppers, Chef? Because this
Yes.
is a really critical part
Yes.
of ingredients, isn't it?
That's right.
I was reading.
Yes.
And it becomes a really important base for very many of your dishes.
For many of the dishes. So for many of the dishes, we pretty much get a lot of red bell peppers, and then we reduce it down well. So pretty much reduced concentrated red bell peppers,
Okay.
and then we then make a sauce, and then combine it with onions,
Okay.
tomatoes, and scotch bonnets, and reduce it thoroughly. So that becomes the base for many of the dishes.
Yeah.
So that with broth and meat pretty much becomes a beef stew.
Yes.
That with fish becomes imoyo, a fish stew.
Yeah.
That with vegetables, and so it's just the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Yes.
So exciting that you make so
Yeah.
many dishes from the base.
Yeah, for the base.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much our cores are the pepper pastes,
Yes.
and then the broths,
Okay.
and then we then build everything from there.
I mean,
So few peppers, broth. Now we've created the vegan broth.
Okay.
With mushrooms, with a little bit of miso,
Nice.
just
So
to
you
give
get
that,
the depth
just
of
to get that
flavour.
depth of flavor. Soy sauce a little bit as well, onions, and spices. So instead of using the meats and the key spice and all that, we then take that for the vegan version.
Yeah, still got the depth of
That's
flavour.
just got the depth of flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's something about your food as well. I've just had the most magnificent lunch.
Yeah.
But it's flavour.
Yes.
And it's not shy. I love that. This is not for the shy and quiet. It's like, welcome to Akara.
Oh, that's
You
great.
know that you're here and you
Yes.
want to come back the minute you've stopped
Yes.
eating. So I'm not leaving without having made my next reservation. So
Oh, that would be great. That would be
Yeah.
great. That would be great.
Unbelievably
I will then just a second. I will take. And that's that done.
beautiful.
And then we'll get the ones that we've cooked earlier. Where the ones? This one's here.
Smells so good.
The pretty ones we've made earlier. That's still very hot.
Okay.
So
I shouldn't be offended though. No, it's
Oh yeah.
my moment.
And you know, it's simple. Cut in half.
Yep. Gosh, the texture's incredible, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Another interesting fact about this one, pretty much traditionally would use vat powder that's got bread, prawn, and all of that. So we've made this just bean paste.
Okay.
Again, for allergies.
Oh, I see.
That's that. And then we put it in there.
Okay. You've got some
Then,
garnish.
then the spring onion curls.
Yeah. Wow.
Right there. Just
Oh,
so.
I mean, it is so beautiful.
So that's the dish, and then served with the sauce, which is the sosukani Senegalese sauce curry, Akara barbecue prawn sauce curry.
Oh,
Yes.
joy.
Yes.
Amazing. What a
good,
treat.
that's good,
Looks
yeah.
absolutely stunning.
I'm so excited. But how spicy is it?
Yeah. No, actually, I think it's mild.
Okay, you think it's mild. What am I
Yes.
going to think?
I think you're gonna think it's mild as well.
Yeah. Okay. Should I try?
Yeah. Try.
Okay. It's like, how is best to eat it with my hands
Oh.
or?
You know, you can eat with your hands and dip it in sauce, and you can use the fork and knife as well. Pretty much put it on the plate and use the fork and knife and add a bit of sauce to it.
Okay, so tell me
Yeah.
about the dish. What is it? What's in it?
This is akara
Okay.
with barbecue prawn, spring onion curls,
Wow.
and side of sauce, which is Senegalese hot sauce called sosukani.
Okay. I'm so excited to try it.
That's great.
Shall I dip it in here?
Yes. And then just eat it as a dish. And,
You're not being
I
shy.
know it's
now.
yeah.
Is this going to be too much?
No, it's not too much. It's not,
I feel
not
it's
too
hot
hot. Yeah.
already. Maybe it's just you guys. I don't know. Oh, the smoke from that prawn
Yeah.
is so good.
That's great. Yeah. Is it hot?
It's so hot.
Okay, don't have too much.
I feel it in the back of my
Yeah.
throat.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm going to keep eating it.
Yeah.
Must
Oh,
highlight
yeah, just a drink. Yeah.
Akara.
And I
Okay,
tried
so
that
what's
pie
in this?
itself.
What's in
Yeah.
this bit? This.
So this is black beans, onion, black beans and onion, and a bit of chili peppers. Yeah, so that's the base. That's the dough. It's the technique.
So good.
That's just wonderful.
It's like dense in flavour.
Yes.
It's really because you use a lot of like local produce, right? But then
Yes.
African sort of flavours. How
That's
does that
right.
come, like, where do you get the produce from? And
So the great thing is that in London already, you know, we get everything. You know, so there's a huge population of
Yeah.
you know, Africans and a huge population of lots of African restaurants as well. So it's not becoming common to pretty much get everything that you need.
Yeah.
So the search is not that hard any longer. Just around in all markets. Sometimes even in Sainsbury's and everywhere.
Really?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get good African produce.
It's a real sign of the way
food has developed. isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
That, you know, it's accessible.
Yes,
You can, and it's in local supermarkets.
That's right.
Because this is it's what we should all be eating.
yes.
No, it's,
Yes.
honestly, it's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
They say like even like in the drinks world, as I said
Yes,
earlier,
like,
they
yeah.
say like Africa is rising.
That's
There's
right.
so many cool bars
Yeah.
coming onto like the international scene or like world's 50 best list,
Yes,
which is so exciting.
it is.
And to see that and like Michelin as well,
Yeah.
it's opening up, I think, a different world.
Different world, absolutely. Yes.
Which is
Yes, it is.
honestly so cool because flavors are so vibrant.
Ah.
I think, is this quite like a normal representation of like African, West African sort of culture in terms of dishes? Is this something that we?
I would say, in my opinion, I think it's the most traditional dish that we have.
Yeah.
What I was researching and studying African food, I just wanted to have a good understanding of the produce ingredients. I believe that African food is the African ingredients plus the techniques from our grandparents, the African technique, and that's the two that have come together in that dish.
Yeah.
The barbecuing of the prawn and the making akara itself, even without the machine, they'll pretty much use their hands to grind it, and make sure, even with the hands, whipping, where we're whipping it was the hand, and then they'll fry it in palm oil.
Yeah.
We haven't used palm oil, but that's the ingredient and the technique.
Yeah. Do you use a lot of
Yeah.
like smoke and fire in your
Yes,
cooking?
fire. So much of smoke, trying to understand the type of barbecue.
Yeah.
Likes to grill, like smoke and all of that. But the crux, the core of it, is actually the smoking for hours to get all that, wood type
Yeah.
intensity
But do you have to
the
manage
dish. Yeah.
that level of smoke? Because I can imagine, like, I've never really worked with
Yeah.
smoke. I mean, I can barely cook. But in
Yeah.
terms of getting that level of intensity and that level
Yeah.
of smoke and the flavour that comes with it,
Yeah,
It
because
must take
that's flavor itself. So you could actually just want to manage. There's some dishes that have the body to take so much smoke, and some not too much. For instance, I wouldn't really smoke prawn because it cooks fairly quickly.
yeah.
So just over charcoals. That's about it. That's enough.
Yeah.
But say lamb, beef, I would want to smoke for a while
Yeah.
to get that smoky flavor with the spices.
Do you use, in terms of like local produce, are you getting produce from around here within a certain mile radius? Or
So I would
are
say
you
it's
just-
West African food and with British produce.
Yeah,
that's
it's so cool.
amazing British produce. So we love Lake District farmers, wonderful farmers around the UK. So the wonderful. So the proteins, the beef, the guinea hen, the chicken, and all of that from the UK, and the important sort of pulses, beans, and spices. And of course, yes, those that can travel, dried ingredients,
Yeah.
then from Africa.
Okay, so top 3 African spices.
Yes.
What are
So-
they? Or
So top three,
I know there's so many, but what would you say, like, you have to have this?
and that's an amazing question
Okay.
because we only use the top 3. So you have the ehuru,
Okay,
grains of paradise,
okay.
and then uda. Those are the top 3 that I use all of the time.
Okay, Chef, could you explain them to me because I'm not
So-
familiar.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've
The
heard of grains of paradise.
the ehuru
Okay.
is pretty much, it's called African nutmeg.
Okay.
So it's got that nutmeg flavor, and it's actually good with pastry as well. The uda is very smoky and long seeds and very aromatic, which is amazing. And the grains of paradise is just like almost like a faint black pepper.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
So the spice mix of that, blitz all of that. Sometimes we sort of toast a little bit and blitz all of that together. Then creates this beautiful spice mix.
And where does the heat come from? Because of like, I find this hot, right?
And the heat comes from then, of course, Scotch bonnets.
Okay.
The dried Scotch bonnet, the dried form or the wet form, and then mix that with it.
Yeah.
But the spices, and then pretty much you use Scotch bonnets a lot more, and bird's eye chilies to add into those 3.
Yeah.
For instance, heat. With a Scotch bonnet, and it comes from the peppers, but it's the beautiful spices, aromatic spices are those 3.
You get a fruitiness, don't you, as well?
Yes, that's right.
Sweetness and aroma, and
Yes.
then it comes, and then it reminds you that it's,
Yes.
Scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the fire comes from.
Yeah.
So apart from water,
Yeah.
what do you think is good to drink with this?
I would say zobo, which is a hibiscus drink,
Okay.
which is beautiful and
Oh, I
very
love
popular
this.
in West Africa as well.
Like, how do
Yeah.
you drink? Is it just drunk how do you drink it?
It's I would say it's like a mocktail, you
Okay,
know.
cool.
So you can make it alcoholic.
Yeah.
So we have both versions, and then it's pretty much hibiscus soaked in and water, and then it's cooked
Yeah.
with again a few spices, but not chili spices.
Nice.
And you could add into it pineapple, lemon, and a little bit of sugar as well.
I
You
love
know,
that.
to then make that broth. You know, you're making sort of sweet broth.
Giving away
From
Yeah, so I love that. Sorry, I was just going
Yeah.
with it.